So guys, I hope to start building an exhaust system here shortly for this sandrail project, and you guys following along, you'll know that this is the engine that I'm using. So GSXR 1300cc Suzuki engine, motorcycle engine. And so right now I've got the exhaust cut right off short here. Like, this is the factory header, and then it's got two exits here, and I've got them just cut right off. I want to be able to bolt on my own custom-made exhaust system. So what I've done is I made up some flanges that I want to weld on here, and so today's video I'm just going to show you how I went about getting these made up. So these parts were actually cut on a laser, and what I did is I drew them out on paper, and that's what I'm going to be going over with you guys today, is how I came up with that design and how I drew it up for the cutter. And very well made. So like I say, these are cut on a laser. Look at the bolt holes. Those are not drilled. That's cut on a laser. So I don't have to do any extra work here now. Fits very nice. So there's only so much a guy can make with simple shop tools, and when you start getting into all kinds of shapes and stuff, it can become very time consuming. So I had quite a number of units here that I had made up, and I really didn't want to start doing all that stuff by hand. And here's some more parts that I had laser cut, and I only need 4 of these, so I have extras. These are going to be transmission mounts, and once again they were I drew them on paper first, and then they cut them for me. So this is 1/4 inch material. Same thing with the exhaust flanges. And when I start fitting the transmission in, and because these are a little oversized, I can trim them individually to fit the frame nice. So you guys probably had these cheapy protractors when you guys were in school. Probably pick them up for like you know, a couple of bucks at Walmart. So I'm just drawing some circles here. So the one I'm drawing here for you guys is actually a little bit bigger than my original one here, but it's just for an example. So the second circle I drew is 3/8 of an inch bigger than the first one, and that one is optional. I mean, depending on how big the tubing is, a guy might want to go a little bit more here, but for this little tubing that I'm using, 3/8 I thought was plenty. And here you can see I started drawing one of the ears, and all I did is I just took a washer and I slid it on the drawing till I could just see this outside circle starting to show on the inside of that washer. And then I traced it. I traced the kind of like the outside half, and then from there what I would do is also trace the opening for the bolt. So, and from here I'm just going to finish off these ears because I didn't trace all the way around that washer, and I just free-handed it kind of like that, you know. And right here you can see I've taken some white out, and I just got rid of that line right there. So now if I would just take this drawing and expect the laser to read it and cut, it probably wouldn't work very well because it's a bit of a crude drawing, and there's also some grease and stuff here that might confuse the computer there. And like wherever there's like a little gap, there's almost a gap right there, the laser might actually stop and not know what to do. So anyways, the guys are really nice to me there. They always take my drawings and they touch them up on their program, make all the lines really nice, and so that the laser won't have any problem reading it. And they actually called me back and they said, hey, the ears are not perfectly spaced. Did you want to have that corrected? And I said, yeah, sure. And it was fairly simple for them, I think. On their computer program, they just tweaked it and they could you know, make it all nicely spaced. So anyways, that's how I get my parts made up that I don't want to spend a lot of time making. Like these two, I needed to get these made up. These are cut on the laser also. I drilled these holes, but these big plates with the big openings, those were cut on a laser. But anyways, guys, I just figured I'd throw this out there a bit because you know, sometimes a guy wants to make something and it takes a long time to do it. If you got a laser shop kind of in the area, this would probably help you guys out quite a bit. Here's another little project kind of on the back burner. I bought this skateboard hardware here, and the four wheels and the trucks, and this is all brand new stuff with the bearings, all the stuff here. I think it was about 40 bucks, and I thought that was a pretty reasonable. And I'm actually thinking of taking two of these wheels and making a chain tensioner for the sandrail project. Like if I would cut a groove in here like on a lathe, so that it would act as a chain guide while it's also being a tensioner. I thought I might give that a try. And these trucks here, I could take these little axles off. You know, I could use that right on here along with the bearings, the whole deal, you know. So this one I already installed the bearings. There's also a little spacer that goes between the bearings that's in there too. You can just hear it in there. But anyways, guys, I make some stuff up as I go along, so you know how it is. Subject to change without notice. Talk to you guys later.